A day at home. Slow English story for beginners. Have you ever planned to have a quiet and productive day at home, but somehow everything goes wrong? You clean the house, you make breakfast, you try to relax, and then suddenly you have a problem you didn't expect. Today, you are going to listen to a story about Sophie and her day at home. It starts as a normal Saturday morning, but by the end of the day, Sophie has a messy house, a missing cake, and a very unexpected visitor. So listen until the end to find out what happens. Let's begin. A day at home. It is Saturday morning. Sophie wakes up at 7 o'clock. She opens her eyes slowly. For a few seconds, she stays in bed and looks at the ceiling. She doesn't have to go to work today. She smiles. It's Saturday, she says. She feels happy. She doesn't have any big plans for the day. She wants to stay home, clean the house, watch a movie, and relax. Sophie gets out of bed and opens the curtains. The sun is shining through the window. The sky is blue, and there are no clouds. It looks like a beautiful day, she says. She opens the window. A little fresh air comes into the room. Then she makes her bed. She puts the pillow in the right place and folds her blanket. Okay, she says, today is going to be a good day. Sophie walks to the kitchen. She makes herself a cup of coffee. The smell of coffee fills the kitchen. Then she makes breakfast. She puts 2 pieces of bread in the toaster. While she waits, she cuts an avocado. The toast pops up. She puts the avocado on the toast and sits at the kitchen table. She takes a sip of coffee. This is perfect, she says. While she eats, Sophie checks her phone. She has several messages. One is from her friend, Sarah. Sarah says, "Hi Sophie, are you free this afternoon?" Sophie writes back, "Yes, why?" A few seconds later, Sarah answers, "Can I come to your house around 4? I have something for you." Sophie is curious. Something for me? She doesn't know what Sarah has. But she says, yes. Of course, see you at 4. Now, Sophie has a little more motivation to clean the house. She looks around the kitchen. Then she looks toward the living room. There are clothes on the sofa. There are books on the coffee table. There are 2 empty cups next to the television. And there is a pair of shoes in the middle of the floor. Sophie looks at the room. Oh no, she laughs. Where should I start? She decides to start with the kitchen. First, she washes the dishes. Then, she cleans the table. She puts the plates and cups away. She takes out the trash. After that, she cleans the floor. The kitchen looks much better. One room done, she says. Now, it's time for the living room. Sophie picks up the clothes from the sofa. She puts them in a basket. Then she puts the books on the shelf. She folds a blanket and puts it on the sofa. Finally, she puts the shoes near the door. She looks around. The room looks much better. Sophie feels proud. She checks the clock. It is 10:30. I have plenty of time, she says. She decides to take a short break. She sits on the sofa. She turns on the television. I'll watch television for 5 minutes. 5 minutes becomes 10 minutes. 10 minutes becomes 20 minutes. Then Sophie closes her eyes. She falls asleep. About 30 minutes later, she wakes up. She looks at the clock. It's almost 12. What? She sits up quickly. I was only going to rest for 5 minutes. She laughs. Now she's hungry. Sophie goes back to the kitchen. She opens the refrigerator. She looks inside. There are so many vegetables, rice, a bottle of juice, and a beautiful chocolate cake. Sophie looks at the cake. Her eyes get bigger. Cake. She takes it out of the refrigerator. She looks at it. It looks delicious. She wants to eat a small piece, just one small piece. But then she sees something under the cake. It is a small piece of paper. Sophie picks it up. There is a message on it. Do not eat. This cake is for tonight. Sophie starts laughing. Oh, I completely forgot. The cake is for Sarah. Sarah is coming for dinner. Sophie carefully puts the cake back in the refrigerator. Nice try, she says. Then she makes lunch. She cooks rice with vegetables. She sits at the table and eats slowly. After lunch, she washes her plate. Then she takes a shower. She puts on comfortable clothes and looks at herself in the mirror. She feels relaxed. She checks the clock again. It is 2 o'clock. Sarah won't arrive until 4. Sophie still has plenty of time. She decides to do some laundry. She puts her clothes into the washing machine. Then she goes back to the living room. She wants to watch a little television, but suddenly she hears a strange sound. Bang! Sophie stops. What was that? She looks toward the kitchen. Everything is quiet. She walks slowly into the kitchen. She looks around. Nothing seems wrong. Then she hears another sound. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Sophie looks at the window. Nothing. She looks at the door. Nothing. Then she noticed something moving near the kitchen table. Sophie freezes. There is a small gray cat looking at her. Sophie opens her eyes wide. Where did you come from? The cat looks at Sophie. Meow. Sophie laughs. She doesn't have a cat. She opens the kitchen door. The cat walks inside. Hey, you can't just come into my house. The cat looks at her again. Sophie looks at the cat. The cat looks at Sophie. Finally, Sophie gives up. Okay, you can stay for a minute. She gives the cat a little water. The cat drinks it quickly. Then it walks around the kitchen. Sophie noticed a collar around its neck. There is a small name tag. The cat's name is Milo. There is also a phone number on the tag. Sophie takes out her phone. She calls the number. A woman answers. Hello. Hi, I think I have your cat. There is a long pause. Then the woman says, Milo? Yes, his name is Milo. Oh, thank goodness. The woman explains that Milo escaped from her house that morning. She lives 2 houses away. A few minutes later, Sophie hears something knocking on the door. Knock, knock. She opens the door. A woman is standing outside. Behind her is a little boy. Milo. The little boy runs toward the cat. Milo runs toward him. The boy picks him up and hugs him. Thank you, the woman says. We were looking everywhere for him. Sophie smiles. You're welcome. I'm happy he's okay. The woman thanks Sophie again and takes Milo home. Sophie closes the door. She looks at the clock. It is almost 4. Sarah will be here soon. She quickly looks around the house. The living room is clean. The kitchen is clean. The laundry is almost finished. Everything is okay. Then she remembers the cake. Sophie opens the refrigerator. She looks inside. Her eyes get big. The cake is gone. What? She looks again. There is no cake. Oh no. She checks the kitchen counter. Nothing. She checks the table. Nothing. She looks in the living room. Nothing. Where is the cake? Then she remembers. She put the cake in the refrigerator, but now it isn't there. Sophie starts to worry. Sarah is going to arrive any minute. Suddenly, knock, knock. Sophie freezes. That's Sarah. She opens the door. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Sarah. Sarah is holding a large bag. I brought something for you. Sophie smiles. Then Sarah looks behind her. Where's the cake? Sophie laughs nervously. Well, Sarah looks confused. What happened? Sophie tells her the whole story. She tells Sarah about the cake. She tells her about Milo. And she tells her about the missing cake. Sarah starts laughing. Then she opens her bag. Inside is another cake. Sophie looks surprised. Another cake? Sarah smiles. Yes, I had a feeling you might need one. They both laugh. Sarah puts the cake on the table. Then she takes out 2 small containers. And I brought ice cream too. Sophie smiles. Today is officially a good day. They sit together in the living room. They drink coffee. They eat cake and ice cream. They talk about their week. Sophie tells Sarah about the cat. Sarah laughs. So you cleaned the house, took a nap, found a cat, lost a cake, and got another cake. Sophie thinks about it. Yes, she laughs. That was a very busy day at home. Sarah smiles. And it's not even evening yet. Sophie looks at her. You're right. They both laugh. Sometimes you don't need to leave your house to have an interesting day. Sometimes the best stories happen when you are simple at home. And sometimes a quiet Saturday can become a day you never forget. Now let's review some useful words and expressions from this story. Curtains, the fabric that covers a window. Sophie opens the curtains. Plenty of time. This means you have enough time and you don't need to hurry. I have plenty of time before Sarah arrives. Take a break. To stop working for a short time and relax. Sophie takes a break after cleaning. fall asleep to start sleeping. Sophie falls asleep on the sofa. Refrigerator, a kitchen appliance that keeps food cold. The cake is in the refrigerator. Escape, to get away from a place. Milo escaped from his house. Collar, a brand that goes around an animal's neck. Milo has a collar around his neck. Missing, something that cannot be found. The cake is missing. Nervously, in a worried or anxious way. Sophie laughs nervously. Have a feeling, to think that something might happen. I had a feeling you might need another cake. Now let's see how much you understood. Take a few seconds to think about each answer. What day is it? Monday, Saturday, Sunday. What does Sophie have for breakfast? Eggs and toast, cereal and fruit, toast with avocado and coffee. Why does Sophie clean her house? She's moving, her friend Sarah is coming, her family is visiting. What does Sophie find in the refrigerator? A chocolate cake, a pizza, ice cream. What animal comes into Sophie's house? A dog, a bird, a cat. What is the cat's name? Milo, Max, Charlie. Why is the cat's owner looking for him? The cat is sick. The cat escaped from the house. The cat is hungry. What happens to Sophie's cake? She eats it. Sarah takes it. It disappears and Sarah brings another cake. How many questions did you get right? If you understood this story, great job! And remember, you don't need to understand every single word to improve your English. The most important thing is to listen regularly. Listen to the story again tomorrow. You may understand even more the second time. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to my channel for more slow and easy English stories every day. And tell me in the comments, what do you usually do on a day at home? Do you clean? Do you cook? Do you watch movies? Or do you simply relax? Write your answers in English. I'll see you in the next story. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep improving your English.